Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battles? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't a little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef, I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. BVO, R&B, AK, CLE, step inside the ring, step inside the ring, step inside the ring, step inside the it's no wonder we hitting like many P.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing, aka the king of the YTBC. And of course, we got my man, the Oscar hater, the King Ryan hater, the Canelo hater, the Puerto Rican prince himself, my brother D Free. And of course, we got my man Prize Fighter, man, the hater of all things boxing, my man Prize Fighter, the biggest hater on YouTube. What's going on? How y'all brothers feel?
What's going on, BVO, the biggest black fighter hater out here? What's going
on the whole YouTube streets? Yes, indeed. I'm a piggyback off the homie Free. The biggest, the biggest, period. What's good?
You know what I gotta do? I gotta give myself a salute, man. I'm one of the only black content creators that's unbiased. So I gotta give myself credit for that. But we got a big show today. I'm excited, man. I'm gonna send a big shout out to a cat, man. Not the biggest fan of this guy, but man, shout out to that boy Knockout, man. What a great interview you had with Sugar Shakur, man. I thought that was cool. That's a good way
shout out to everything Brock, and shout out to everything boxing too, because that was on his channel. And the homie Money Brown. And the homie Money
shout
Brown
out to Knockout, Keon, Money Brown.
Yeah, great interview. That interview was fire, yo.
And the cool thing about it, what I learned from that interview was, it's very important not to be a fan, because I can guarantee you, Sugar Shakur had never heard no one speak to him the way that Knockout spoke to him. So salute to you for that, Knockout. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Yeah, Knockout is a savage the way he was going there. I mean, Knockout.
That's how you supposed to be. Yeah, you're supposed to be that way. If you say one thing,
Go ahead, Free.
You say one thing, you got to stand 10 toes down. You got to stand on it. You can't switch up because now you're in front of them. No, that's what you said. You stand on it. That's how I believe. It's like when you say all this stuff. Oh, are you going to say what I tell you, B.O.? I'm going to say it right to his face. I'm not holding no punches back for nobody. Say it right to his face.
Straight like that. And that's all she wrote. You know, Knockout, salute to you. Like, that was fire how you was on them, bro. Like, pressing them, man. And shout out to Shakur Stevenson for coming on Everything Boxing's channel and doing that for us, man. It's something else to talk about. You know, it was a dope interview, and everything about it was just lit, dog. You heard?
Yeah.
thorough interview. A viral interview. Matter of fact, I hope that do 1 million views.
Actually, it's not. They had to take it down because before they did the interview, they were showing clips of another fight, and so it got blocked because it was the video that they was talking about, because they should have
so
said
they came and hated.
Yeah, they should have said fair use before they put it up, but they were just talking, and so Keon had put a video up about a fight that they was talking about, and Paramount blocked it, so they had to take it down.
Well, we all saw it, so shout out to them brothers. I'm glad that went down.
Yeah. Where the BBO go?
I don't know where BBO went, man. You know, and shout out to the homies in the chat, 88 Sports Talk, Brian Colbert, you know what I'm saying? Josh Sanders, shout out to y'all brothers.
What's going on, y'all? BBO, you back?
But nah, what you got, Free? What's cooking with you, baby? How you doing?
Nah, man, I see a lot of people talking about this whole Bill Haney and Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't see how everybody looking into it. I mean, it looked like two guys was talking. Bernard said, "Let's go to the bathroom," and Bill Haney said, "Nah, let's do it right here."
Right.
And then Bernard pushed him and ran off. And
that was weird.
He looked like he was about to get lynched. He looked like he was about to get lynched.
Yo, that whole scene was just crazy to me, dog. I'm like, what is B-Hop doing? Like,
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Yeah, we got you.
Okay, I don't know what happened. My bad.
No, you good.
I don't know what y'all. I heard y'all say something.
We're talking about the Bill Haney and Bernard Hopkins situation. How how Bernard kind of did like a bump run by type of. Then he pulled up like, yo, let's go to the bathroom. That was all weird from B-Hop. So, and I'm a huge B-Hop fan. You know, I'm out that way. I'm out Philadelphia. I've been around. I've seen B-Hop. You know what I'm saying? But that was just corny to me what he did. You know what I mean? You're not a fighter. You're a promoter, dog. Like, you're part of a team. You feel me? Yeah. So you got to act accordingly, dog. You can't be acting like no goofy. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be corporate, bro. So you got to move different.
I got to say this, man. And I got to say, I got to talk to somebody behind the scenes, man. Shout out to Nikki Bay. Wasn't ready to come on the platform just yet, but you know what I'm finding out, man? I might have been wrong about Bill Haney. I think I might have been wrong about Bill Haney. And the reason I say that is because if you look at how Floyd is moving, I'm understanding a lot of that stuff towards Floyd is for a reason. And maybe it's just me. I kind of think, and that's what I want us to have a greater conversation about. Why is Floyd doing such sucker stuff behind the scenes? That's the part I'm trying to understand.
I mean, I told you what it was with Floyd. Floyd likes to be the center of attraction. Mm-hmm. Devin Haney and Bill Haney was getting all the attention. Tank Davis is no longer with Floyd, so all the attention is going to Bill Haney and Devin Haney. And Floyd like, hold up, I got to bring this attention back to me. And so that's what Floyd does. He likes to be the center of attention. That's why you never saw Tank Davis talk at the interviews at the press conference. That's the reason why Tank Davis don't know how to talk now in the press conference, because Tank Davis been sitting there and Floyd's been doing all the talking for him, or Leonard Ellaby been doing all the talking for him, and Tank Davis just sitting there like, damn, I can't say shit. These motherfuckers just talking over me. I can't say nothing. Because Tank Davis been fighting since we was 18 years old professionally. Right. This man is 28 years old, about to be 29, or he just turned 29, one or the other. And this man still don't know how to talk in front of the mic, in front of the camera, because they've been doing all the talking. You got 10 years, 11 years putting on fights. You should be able to know how to talk in front of a camera by now. But when you got somebody else doing all the talking for you, you don't know how to talk in front of the mic. You still have that nervous energy because you got things that you want to say, but you don't want to say it the wrong way, so you don't know how to bring it out. And so it comes off like you don't know what the fuck you're saying, because you never had the time to fuck up in front of the camera when you was young and learn how to, okay, I can't say that when I'm on the camera. When I get in these bigger fights, I got to sound a little more professional. But when you got somebody talking for you all the time, you never know how to do that. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Floyd likes to be the center of attraction. And when he's
I
not,
hope they don't. Go ahead, Free.
no, when he's not that, he's got to find a way to bring it back to him. That's why.
I hope they don't
Go
do
ahead.
that to Cremel. I hope they don't do that to Cremel, man. Because you remember how when Cremel won his big fight, and then
Oh,
how
he's gonna
Floyd
do
jumped
it.
right in there.
He's
and
going
Floyd
to do
started
it.
talking about how who made the most money and all. I was like, it's Cremel's night, Floyd. Damn.
And you know,
and I love
he's
Floyd,
going to do
but
it.
come on, man.
and I'm gonna
going
tell
to
you
do
what
it.
I'm gonna tell you what got me the most when I had this conversation. Well, this is the thing. It seems like anybody that kind of does it, I would call it the Muhammad Ali, the Sugar Ray Leonard, the Marvin Hagler, the Teofimo Lopez, the
Wait,
Tito
why you
Trinidad.
why you can't put them names
Listen,
in there
listen,
and
I'm
then
just
say
getting-
him?
I'm just
I can't.
I'm
It's
just trying
hard
to
to
say
listen when you
This
say
nigga,
stuff
hold
like
on.
that.
This
Hard to
nigga beat me
listen
on.
when you
He
say
naming
stuff
all
like
these
that.
old fighters, and he had to throw
Put
Tio in there.
Teofimo Lopez in there, and then he gonna say, "Wait a minute, listen." No,
Listen,
you
listen.
is hard.
What are you talking about? I'm just giving you. I'm setting the backdrop for the people, man. That's what we here to do.
No, you could have
Backdrop for
said
the people.
Canelo. You did not have to throw Tio in there. Tio was not on that level of those guys.
Okay. Let me redo it. My brothers don't want me to say this, so I'll take that back. So take Tio out, put Canelo Alvarez in there. But the only reason I don't put Canelo Alvarez in there because I've seen Canelo kind of play games in boxing. But this is what I'll say, just to kind of get to the point of what I'm saying. It's kind of funny, those guys that seem to take the tough fights. I think it's funny how I'm noticing that Floyd is quick to almost kind of throw water on what they did or what they're doing. Prime example, I remember he was getting interviewed by a guy, Noriega, the rapper. And Noriega was like, is Ali the greatest? He said, no, didn't Ali lose to a guy with 8 fights? And it's like, every time you think about a good fighter or a great fighter, like even Errol Spence, people don't like Errol Spence, but Errol Spence literally was going down. I know we all seen a t-shirt with the Doors. He was going to every fighter with a belt, trying to get a belt. And you kind of see Devin the American Dream kind of doing that same thing. And it's funny how Floyd is quick to throw cold water on that and say, hey, well, Tank makes more. But if you think about it, I'm thinking, and this is my opinion, I think Floyd wants guys not to reach anywhere near his legacy. That's why you don't see a Tank at 29 years old. He's not even technically a 2-division champion yet. So it's like,
No,
I don't know.
what the hell?
I just didn't realize to myself.
Did you just say? Did you? No, you always like to throw this. Technically, not a 2-division champion. All this stuff. More that man Tank Davis is a 3-division champion. Leave that man alone.
What's a lot of feedback? And somebody got some.
No, that was me getting some ice. Ice.
Damn.
Well, I say that. Well, I say this. I think what Free's missing is this. This is the thing Free's missing on this point. When it comes to great fighters, man, those guys that seem to do it the hard way, Floyd's always got something to say about it. But then when they call his legacy to the table, like the reporter did in the Camille Moulton press conference, it seemed like Floyd got so much to say. And I got to tell you this, man. I didn't get what Devin was saying before, but I kind of get now why a lot of fighters resent and don't like Floyd Mayweather, because what he's doing in boxing, it's a travesty, man. You can almost say, yeah, Tank got the money, but he really don't have no legacy. If you think about it, what you got to think about that?
I feel like he got a legacy. I feel like Gervonta Davis is the one. He got some good fights. He's fighting, he could do better, of course. You know what I mean? For sure. But it'll be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll get some more fights.
No, everybody.
It's not over
like,
for him. It's not over for Gervonta Davis, bro.
Everybody got a legacy. It's all about what is your legacy. Like everybody say, "Oh, he don't have no legacy fight." Yes, he does. He has a bunch of legacy fights. Everybody got legacy fights. Whatever you leave behind when you're done, that's your legacy. That's what your legacy is. If you was a fighter that fought for only money, that was your legacy. If you're a fighter that fought all the big fights, that was your legacy. If you're a fighter that got memorable fights, that's your legacy.
That's a
All
good
of them
ass.
got,
That's a good ass point, Free.
all of them got legacy fights. It's all a matter of what is your legacy. It's not about is that a legacy fight? No, it's what is your legacy. Because I hear people say that, oh, he ain't got no legacy fight. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They all do. They all do. Shit, Roberto Duran got legacy fight. We can go down to Austin Trout. He got legacy fight. We can go down to motherfuckers, even motherfuckers that we don't think too much about. They got legacy fight. Buster Douglas, he got legacy fights. You got motherfucker Frank Bruno got legacy. All of them got legacy fights. It's just what is the legacy?
What you mean by that, Mob Town? He said in the comments, Floyd could have made Tank's resume look better with easier fights. I don't know what that comment means.
I think what my brother is trying to say is Tank is the guy. So Tank being a guy, he could have did a better job of matching with tough opponents because he could have fought Lomachenko. He could have fought Devin Haney. He could have already fought Sugar Shakur. I mean, it's just one of them things where it's tough because you can have the money and take the tough fights. We've seen it with Muhammad. We've seen it with Sugar Ray Leonard. You can have the money and take the tough fights. And I'm just telling you, looking at what I'm seeing in boxing now, I think more young fighters should model their career on what you're seeing with Devin Haney. We all know about Bill Haney's past. Salute to my brother Josh Allen in the chat. We all know about it, but you know what? I got to give Billy a lot of credit.
That don't got nothing to do with anything.
Let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, the thing about Bill Haney is he went and invested in bankroll his son through and people know, anybody know, think about boxing, the amateurs is very, very expensive. He went and bankrolled an amateur career and flew his son across the country whenever needed to give him the necessary experience, information, whatever the case may be. Had him in the same gym as Floyd Mayweather Sr., as Jeff Mayweather, as the great Black Mamba himself, Roger Mayweather. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I think what Bill is doing, and don't get me wrong, I'm never a fan of Devin Haney. Devin Haney is one of the most boring fighters in boxing. I don't want to clear it up. But I'm talking about just what he does. You ever watch those 24/7s? I don't know if you guys remember the 24/7s on HBO, and they would show how the fighters grew up all rough and tough and blah, blah, blah. Oh, this guy had it hard. And it seemed like with Devin Haney, him and Bill have kind of killed that whole thought of you have to be a certain weight to be a great fighter. I want to know you guys' opinion on that. Do you think Bill and Devin are changing the trajectory of what fighters can be and what they can show us as far as being positive and not always just being from, rags to riches?
No, they moving the way you're supposed to move to be a great fighter. That's the way you're supposed to move to be a great. If you look at what Devin Haney is doing, he's going after the big fights and he's trying to collect the belt. That's the same thing that Earl Spence did. That's the same thing that Deontay Wilder was trying to do with AJ. Those are the fighters that once the big fight, they might say, "Oh, you're outclassed. You're a one-trick pony, or this guy is going to beat you up." They're not looking at that. They're looking at, I want to make the big fights. I believe I'm good enough to beat that guy. If he beats me, so be it. But that's the way that real fighters are supposed to move. That's why I say, when it comes to these belts, the belts don't matter. It's the person that's holding the belts what matters. I don't care about those damn belts. So if you're a champion, you trying to make all these big fights and fight the best competition, that's what I look for in a champion. That's what I look for. I don't look for somebody that's only fighting the mandatories and not trying to unify the belts, or taking the lighter opponents instead of taking the opponent that's beating down your door, that's been trying to get a fight with you, that we know that you're supposed to be fighting. That's what I look for in a champion. I look for the ones that's looking to show everybody, I am the best. That's why I'm the champion. I'm the best.
Yeah. I feel like Devin doing that. I feel like Devin doing that too, bro. I feel like he doing what he's supposed to do. He moving right. It looks like he wants to fight the best. He's called out Tank. He's called out Shakur. He called out everybody. Now, whether you like him or not, that's up to you. But all I do know,
never called out T.O., but I know what you mean.
But what? He ran up down on T.O. Right. He didn't call him out because he ran down on him. But okay. I feel like Devin is. I'm excited. I don't care if he loses. I want to see him again. You know what I mean? Because he gonna come to fight. He a big young bull, and he ready to rumble, man. He's still young. See, y'all people treat Devin like he been fighting for years, for 25 years, 30 years. Man,
He's on the scene for about 10.
how old is he?
I think he's 25.
Imagine when you was 25. Come on, man.
He's 25. He did the same thing that Canelo Alvarez did. His first 10 years in the sport of boxing.
Absolutely.
He was fighting over there in Mexico because that was the only place where he could start fighting at 16 years old. He couldn't start in America at 16 years old. He had to wait till he was 18. So he started in Mexico. He fought there until he was able to fight in America. Once he was able to fight in America, then he started fighting in America. So he just did it. He just went the Mexico route because he could start earlier. He didn't. He didn't. He
didn't go to college. He went straight to the G League, then into the big leagues. You know.
No, he went to Cass University.
No, he did not.
He did not. Free. It's a joke. It's called Cass University. You get
I thought you was talking about private school. I was about to say
Free was about to snap.
Yeah, I know he was, but no, I say he went to Cass.
You should have kept it going on him. That would have been funny.
No, because I know how.
Shout out to the homie Mob Town. I dig what you're saying, homie. Shout out.
I'll tell you this, man. I think the funny thing
how many likes he got? I can't see that. How many likes he got?
I can't see him either.
I don't know when they start hit the like.
But smash the like button for us, y'all. But I'm gonna say this. I think the funny thing about the whole fight game is that you're seeing a lot with Devin Haney. And don't get me wrong, never am I trying to say Devin Haney is as talented as Abdul Wahid or as Teofimo Lopez. It's been proven that he's not. But I'm just saying the fact that he's willing to do some of these tough things. And I'm moving on to the next subject. What do you guys think about former undisputed champion Teofimo Lopez saying he's number one and Devin's number two? What you guys think about him saying that?
He can say what he want to say. I mean, I ain't. You know what? I ain't even gonna argue that. If you break it all the way down for real, like he can be number one because he beat Josh Taylor. So I don't have a problem with Teofimo being number one. That don't mean nothing. But you got it when you're number one. People hunting for you.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
So you know what I'm saying. So you got to go out and do what you got to do because at the end of the day, get in the ring, and it looks like he's taking a tough fight. So I'm gonna give him credit for this, but I mean, he's number one, but I don't know, man.
No, I'm gonna put it this way. Devin Haney at 140 is in the same situation Tank Davis was in at 135. Tank Davis was never number one at 135, but he is the top dog, and everybody wants that fight with Tank Davis. Devin Haney is not number one at 140, but he is the top dog, and everybody wants that fight with, or they supposedly want that fight with Devin Haney because right now Devin Haney is the money man at 140. He's the money man at 140. Facts. Tank Davis is the money man at 135.
Unless Tank moves to 140, then that changes. But until then,
unless Tank Davis move to 140, Devin Haney right now at 140 is the money man at 140.
100%.
I can't say he's the money man. Anytime a guy sells 55,000 pay-per-views, man.
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That don't matter, bro.
I'm gonna tell you how he's the money man. He makes more money than anybody else. Anybody that fights him, they make more money than anybody else they fought at that division.
Right.
That's why he's the money man. The same way with Tank Davis. If you fight Tank Davis make more money than anybody else in the division, and you're gonna make the biggest bag fighting Tank Davis than you fight anybody else. Yeah, that's how you're the money man.
I'm gonna say this.
Devin been getting money for a long time.
It's been proven that when you fight Tank, he's not necessarily the money man, because if you fight Devin Haney, it's been proven. If you fight Devin Haney, you're going to make considerably more than you would.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's been proven.
No, it's
been proven. And I'm gonna tell you this. And
no,
the cool thing about it. Let me finish.
Go
And
ahead.
the cool thing about it is when you fight a guy like Devin Haney, from what I'm seeing and getting to see some stuff, shout out to some people we know. You really get a chance to not get no type of rehydration clauses, nothing. It's a straight up fight, and that's the cool thing about Devin. He don't put all those restrictive things on him. The only reason why Tank didn't have that stuff on Rolly is because he couldn't. Rolly was a stablemate. So that fight was not your traditional A and B side. But I'll let my man Free go ahead. Go ahead, Free.
No, it's not proven that you make more money fighting Devin Haney, because when they talking about you get the biggest bag fighting Devin Haney, they're talking about the guaranteed bag. They're not talking about the bag on the back end, because when you're fighting Devin Haney, except for this last 2 fights, you wasn't fighting on pay-per-view. You was getting a guaranteed bag. When you fought Tank Davis, you got back end money. Yeah, your guarantee might have been $700,000, might have been 1.5, might have been 1 million. But that back end is where you got all that money. That's how Ryan Garcia got $30 million. That's how Rolly Romero, I think he got like $6 million because of the back end. So you make more money fighting Tank Davis because of the back end.
Yeah. And Tank is pretty much, between him and Canelo, them two are the top pay-per-view attractions. So,
I mean, you definitely can say that. I think the thing that we got to understand too is that when we get in these fights, man, it's so crazy. The business of boxing, I'm telling you, it's kind of killing the sport, man. When I seen Bernard Hopkins, who really is a special fighter, push Bill Haney like that was Bush League, man. We all know for a fact Bill Haney can't beat no Bernard Hopkins. On his worst day, he can't beat no Bernard Hopkins. We know that.
But at least Bill stood his ground, though.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you like this.
He said we get mad right here. What'd he say? Bill Craig. I rock with Bill, man. That
was theatrics, bro. I'm gonna tell you something about B-Hop, and I'll let you go. B-Hop has been known to be one of the most disciplined men in boxing history. I'm talking about from the way he eats, the way he trains. You're not beating no B-Hop.
No, I'm not putting that on B-Hop is guaranteed to win. Yeah, he might win in a boxing matchup. We talking about a street fight. We ain't talking about no boxing matchup. This is a street fight.
Hold on. B-Hop been in plenty of street. B-Hop.
I'm not saying he's not on the street.
I'm gonna defend Bernard Hopkins on the street fight.
No,
thing.
I'm not saying that he's not from the street.
Bernard Hopkins, who was already kind of dirty. Now I don't want to even call him dirty in the ring, but he knew
he was dirty.
He knew something. Hold on. He knew tactics. Bernard Hopkins knew certain tactics in the ring. I don't want to call him dirty. So, you mean to tell me Bernard Hopkins get to tussling with Bill Haney? Guaranteed you, Bernard Hopkins is going to do him greasy. Now, Bill might be able to get off, and they might break it up, and he might get to fire off 2 punches. But if they let him go, I promise you, Bernard Hopkins
I'm telling you, this is a street fight. When you fight a street fight,
from North Philadelphia.
I don't care where he's from. He could be from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I don't care where he's from. I don't. Dog, I live
Free,
in
let me ask you a question.
Philadelphia got some of the best fighters ever.
Dog,
let me ask you this, Free. Let me ask you this, Free. Would you have gone ahead and
let me finish. Go ahead. I don't care where you're from. It doesn't matter where you're from. You could be from the roughest town in United States. You could be from the cleanest town in the United States. It's a street fight. A street fight. You can't tell me that it's a guarantee. Let me finish. Let the man finish. It's a street fight. You cannot tell me it's a guarantee that this man is going to beat that man in a street fight, because when it's a street fight, there is no rules. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen in the street fight. That man can pick something up and crack Bernard across the head and he never wakes up again. It's a street fight. You're not telling me that he's going to automatically win because Bernard Hopkins is from North Philly. He used to box and he's from the streets and all that.
He used to box. He's one of the greatest ever. What are you talking about?
I don't care about that, dog. It's a street fight.
Beat him the fuck up. Will you
can I ask you a question?
We can move on from this subject. Bernard Hopkins.
I didn't see the smallest person beat the biggest dude in the neighborhood.
I don't care about that. I know. I'm the smallest nigga that been.
Free. Can I ask you a question? Free. Can I ask you a serious question? Can I ask you a question? You telling me you would stand toe to toe with B-Hop in the battle?
They gonna get trashed.
You telling me that? You would stand
Trash.
toe to toe with B-Hop in the back.
I would stand toe to toe against anybody, nigga. I don't back down from
Fact.
nobody.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact.
I'm talking about
Nigga,
fantasy
I
wise.
don't
If
give
you
a
have
fuck.
the shit,
No, I don't give a fuck if it was Deontay Wilder. Nigga, I'm
Right.
standing toe to toe. I don't back down from nobody. No, this is not a
Right.
boxing match. This is a street
Right.
fight, nigga. Deontay Wilder,
Nigga, I'm
6'7".
fighting.
I'm 5'10". I'm taking
He's
his
fighting.
kneecaps out, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? He gonna be fighting me from his knees. He ain't
All
gonna
right,
be fighting
come
me
on.
standing up.
Let's get back to this. Let's get back to the topic. Y'all niggas crazy.
that boy Free crazy. But the thing I will say, salute to my brother Free, man. I told you the Puerto Rican Prince, man. He don't play. But I'm gonna tell you something funny, man, about the whole thing. I could say that looked bad because you know what? You can't. It's like drinking vinegar saying that stuff about Bill Haney, man. Bill has just done a heck of a job, man. Bringing his son along, making his own promotional company. And think about this. This is the funny thing about Devin that we don't bring up. And believe me, I'm sorry. I know y'all don't want to hear about Devin Haney. He's the most boring fighter in boxing. But the dude is also bringing young fighters with him. We've never seen Floyd help any black fighters out. We've never. You know what? Michael X had a quote that I always respected. He said, "You can't be what you can't see." You said, "Why you say that?" Because at the end of the day, man, Bill Haney and Devin are showing you what can be possible. These are father and son building an old promotional company. Bill spent a lot of money on Devin, man. He's probably just now getting all that money back. And I just think it's crazy, man, that you would see B-Hop, a legend, push him like that. So
Yeah,
I'm just wondering. At the end of the day, I know how Free feel, but us regular guys don't want to tussle with no boxing. I'm gonna just
You don't get
unless you
punished.
got a baseball bat, then it's fair. But one thing I want to ask you guys, man. So from what we've seen this year in boxing, man, what about that horrible stoppage with Virgil Ortiz? And then we had 20 Weeks come out and said that the man felt a brain scan. What you guys think about that?
That was crazy.
No,
They done cleared that man to fight. Boxing is corrupt. That just show you how corrupt boxing is, bro. For them to say he got an aneurysm. Oh no, he doesn't have an aneurysm. Another doctor said he don't. Which one is it? Like you can't go in there with a aneurysm, bro. You're gonna die. Like so, boxing is corrupt. That's how I feel about it, and I think it's crazy. And somebody need to be investigated if that kid did have a brain aneurysm. And
who had an aneurysm?
The kid that damn not Barbosa, but Virgil Ortiz.
The guy-
the kid.
The one that
They said
Virgil fought, he had
One doctor
a
said that he had
confirmed.
a.
Hold on, let me say this. Let me say this so Free can see what I'm saying. He had a confirmed aneurysm in his brain, and he had failed 3 or 4 different brain scans. So Tony Weeks had it in his mind. If he took any kind of punishment, he was going to stop it. That's what
That's not what it was. Really was one doctor said he had a brain and aneurysm, brain aneurysm, right? Then he went and got a second opinion. And the second opinion, the doctor said, no, you don't have an aneurysm. So they cleared him to fight. So Tony Weeks was aware of, like me, did he have an aneurysm or not? Which one is it? So when he saw him getting well done, Virgil Ortiz, opponent, when he seen him getting well done, Tony Weeks was like, man, fuck that. He ain't about to die on my watch. Stop. And he's been taking a lot of. I feel bad for Weeks. I mean, he's not the worst referee ever.
Where did these reports come from?
They came out from the Boxing Association, WBO.
No,
Boxing
Tony
Association.
Weeks. Tony Weeks said it.
No, listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying, the WBO sanctioned the fight. The WBO confirmed that the guy did have the aneurysm in his brain. They confirmed the brain scan. Is all I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Tony Weeks said it, Free. Tony Weeks is the one.
No, after you said it, the WBO came out. I'm
gonna tell you right now. If y'all believe that, y'all as crazy as that story is, because that is a cover up to try to give Tony Weeks some kind of pass for a bad stoppage. That's what that is.
Man, I believe it because boxing is so corrupt. I 100% believe the story. Tony Weeks, he not just going. Nobody ain't said he lying. So
nobody said it, Free.
No, that's the second bad stoppage that Tony Weeks had.
I don't
remember
care.
the Barroso
in less than a year. Yeah, in less than a year. You're right about that, Free.
That's the second one. He just stopped the Barroso and Rolly fight, and he got a bad publicity on that one. And then he turned around and do it again.
What do you think about? Let me ask you this part. Let me ask you this part, Freak. I want you to get in on this one because you know about this kind of stuff too. I'm gonna have my man Prize after this. What do you think about the fact that the WO came out to defend their referee and say this is true? Everything he said is true. Is this?
I didn't see that.
No, I can send you the link. I got an app. I got a little behind the scenes app I can show you.
I'm not saying I don't believe it. I just say I didn't see that one.
What I'm
say
saying is,
that again, BBO. Say it again.
What I'm saying, the WO went out their way to defend him, right? So what I'm wondering is this: so if they went out his way to defend him, doesn't that kind of show you there is a little bit of corruption in boxing because the man apparently had a brain aneurysm in his, I guess, spot in his brain, so he wasn't supposed to be fighting anyway. So what is going on in boxing if they say the man wasn't supposed to be fighting anyway? What you think about all that?
I'm looking at the man's reaction and his corner reaction when Tony Weeks stopped that fight. That didn't look like somebody that was worried about somebody having a brain aneurysm or nothing like that. It didn't look like somebody that was worried about somebody that was hurt, that had an injury prior to that or had something going on. They looked like they was legitimately pissed off that Tony Weeks stopped that fight. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at their reaction. Damn what the reports say, because I believe that's a cover-up. I'm looking at what their reaction was. Their reaction came from a reaction of, why the hell you stopped this fight? My man was not hurt. That's what their reaction is. So I don't believe that report because it doesn't. I know boxing is corrupt, but their reaction is not a reaction to somebody that has an issue and he could have possibly got seriously injured. Like normally the fighter would be mad, but the corner would be like, "Nah, you was taking too much punishment." No, they was pissed. They got in the ring. They was trying to get at Tony Weeks as well. So I don't believe that report at all. I think it's a cover up.
I mean, that's what he said. That's what the referee said. So nobody has said you lying. The fighter that got stopped didn't say anything. So if he didn't have it, he gonna be like, "Yo, he's lying. This is an early stoppage. This is some BS. I wasn't hurt." He said nothing.
Nothing.
That makes me believe that Tony Weeks might be on to something. Whether
They might not.
Hey, salute to everybody on the panel, man. Good night.
What's going on, Maki Dai?
No, I'm good. Salute to y'all, man. But about that, I heard y'all talking about it, so I went on Boxing Scene. I got the article. Essentially, Golden Boy has refuted those claims that he was ever tested positive for an aneurysm. The Nevada State Athletic Commission, who was the one that handled the whole, his medical exams and all that, they said that there was never a test that showed a result that would have put the main event in any kind of risk. So that leads me to believe that Tony Weeks is just full of shit.
Marky,
and he's saying this to cover his ass.
That's whack, Marky, because the Nevada State Commission, because they're corrupt, they're part of boxing. That's what
but why would WO come out and say
okay, but why would you take wait, hold on. Why would you take Tony Weeks' word for it over the Nevada State at whatever you were? Or the NSAC?
Probably tired because he knows he made a mistake, and then he come back with this, and he probably is like, okay, well, I did make an early stoppage. I might have messed up in the last fight, but this fight, he knew something, bro. I thought he knew something. You was talking about Boxing Scene, the Nevada State Commission. Them niggas is corrupt to me, dog.
Okay, well, stand on that. Why did he take down the tweet? Why did he take down the post, man?
Why having the fighter? Because they probably threatened him that he won't referee no more. And why hasn't the fighter?
Well, what you mean? When he put up the post, he probably knew he wouldn't referee no more. If this big conspiracy and cabal, bro.
He crashed out there. So why hasn't the fighter? Why hasn't the fighter said anything? Why hasn't the fighter said Tony Weeks is full of shit yet?
Well, I hear what you're saying, Marky Dan, but
what you mean? He lost. He ain't got no reason to say nothing. He probably worried about going back.
If there was an early stoppage and he was pissed, he looked like he was upset. He looked like, well, everybody was looking.
So okay, so his response to an early stoppage would be, yes, it's true. I had an aneurysm, or no, he don't care about none of that shit. He got his check and he's headed on to Ghana.
Yeah,
I'll say this, man. I get what you're saying with Boxing Scene, Marky Dan, but that is the site, and I'm gonna be honest, they're pretty much a part of boxing. So you almost can't listen to what they're saying. The WO is coming out, they sanctioned the fight, and they're coming out saying the same thing. I don't think they're lying, bro.
I ain't worried about
The
no
That
boxing
wasn't. That
scene.
wasn't. Hold up. The
Hold on, no,
WBO. The
no.
All
WBO
these
didn't
Okay,
dope,
say
all that dope.
no. Hold on. Let's do this. You put your
He
article
talking about
in
boxing
the
scene.
private chat so I can look at it, and then I'll
Okay.
put mine
You talking
Okay,
about
I'll do
boxing
it.
because
scene? And all
boxing
these
scene is pretty.
all these content creators way better than boxing scene. I don't even look at that shit no more. I ain't even looked at that shit in years. You talking about
The,
boxing scene?
did you say that? Did you say the WBO? The WBO ain't had nothing to do with that fight.
The
I
WBO
don't know about
because
nothing. I don't know about nothing y'all talking
No,
about.
that
Boxing
was the
scene, they have
that was the
reporters, they have
WBA.
their sources,
That
and
was the
from what I've
WBA.
seen, they're
That
pretty
was the
reliable.
my
WBO.
mistake. I said the W. I meant to say WBA. My mistake. You're right. It is WBA because he's going to fight. He's looking to fight. No, it was WBO because he's in the same
Oh,
thing.
you know what?
I believe
You know
Tim,
what? I'm
Tim
thinking
Tszyu
about.
the
I'm thinking
champion.
about Barroso. You're right. You're right. I'm thinking
Tim,
about Barroso. You're right.
because he's in
It's the
the
WBA.
same thing. Yeah, he's the same
He
thing.
want
He's
to
the
fight
WBA.
Zoo.
He wants to fight
Right.
Zoo for that belt.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
I
that
was thinking about. I was thinking about the W. I was thinking about Barroso fight. You're right.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's an easy mistake. But I'll say this: the thing I think you got to remember though, Marky, is that a lot of these companies and stuff is in bed with these guys. And really, to tell you the truth, no matter how you play it, man, I think Tony Luke should retire. He's horrible. I mean, it's the second time he's done
They
this.
trash, Josh. They trash, Josh. That's why they got other dope content creators. They got other dope. The homie L Dub doing his thing. I don't need see no boxing scene where Keith Iota and them racist old media. Oh man, fucking boxing scene, man. I don't need, man. Fuck out of here.
But let me ask you guys this, man. This is even more important than that whole fight. What did you guys think about Virgil Ortiz? And I'm gonna start with my man Free because I really want to hear what my man Free think about Virgil. What you think? What you think about him, Free?
Boxing scene them niggas that put Shakur mugshot as his picture. Y'all remember that, right? Or no?
Say that
Yeah,
again.
they did.
I didn't hear you.
Alright.
Say it again.
No, what I
I
was
don't know
saying.
if Marky Dan ain't know that.
No, Marky Dan didn't know that. That's why he recorded a rag like.
I mean, I ain't care if that's the man mugshot. It is what it is. It's a fact. They put it in an article. Get over it.
No, I'm talking
Marky
about
Dan-
they had that for his picture.
for
You
his
look up
picture.
Box Rec and all
You
them
look up
boxing
his
scene
picture.
niggas and them niggas.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
We do care about black people here, man. We do
They
care
all
about
in
black
bed
people.
together. Boxing scene.
That's
We care
crazy.
about
So
everybody.
for his profile pic, they had his mugshot.
Yes.
Box Rec.
Let me say
That's
this.
crazy.
Hold on 1 second, Mark. 1 second, Mark.
Go ahead, BBO. My bad.
What I want to ask you this, and I'm gonna start with my man Free. What did you guys see in Virgil that make you say, can he be a champion at 154? What you guys think? Because we all know that Virgil had boots in his gear. So what you guys think about him at 154?
Free.
Who want to go first?
That's free. It's on free.
Go ahead, Free.
I think Virgil can make some noise at 54. Right now, I don't see too many guys putting up a major task for Virgil right now. He's bigger than a lot of those guys, and he got a lot more power, and he's a dog. I don't see. I mean, the only person I see might give him some problems is maybe either Bud or Earl or Jamel. I don't really see nobody else.
I think Jerron Ennis will give him fits, but if they ever fought, but he looks like he's good, but I want to see him tested now. He looked like he want to fight Zoo. I watched that fight. That's a good fight. I ain't mad at that.
He probably would knock Tim Zoo out, though, in my opinion. What you guys think?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Virgil versus
But,
Tim.
What's up with your?
I
what's up
favor
with your
Tim
boy?
too.
My bad, Marky.
He's been more active. He's more acclimated to the weight. I definitely favor Tim Zoo in that fight.
I ain't mad at that.
And it will probably be in Australia.
That's crazy.
You think so?
The Virgil ain't going over there.
Yeah, because Virgil just. What do you mean? Virgil just said that he's willing to go to Australia for the fight.
Oh yeah,
Till
it's
time
big
to sign
money.
the fight.
It's big money. And I'm gonna ask you guys this. And Free, let me ask you, did you see how big Virgil was? I think 54 is too small. Am I
Whoa,
wrong to think
pause.
that?
Nah,
He was sick,
good.
dude. But
Ain't no
did you?
pause.
That is a pause. My bad. That was crazy.
Ain't no pause. We don't pause on this channel. We don't pause on this channel, man.
Well, man, let me ask you that, Free. Is it just me, or did he look pretty big for 54. He looked like he should be at 160, dog. The dude looked huge, man. Am I wrong to say that, Free? What you think?
Free off point. Let's move on.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on. What about Earl Eye, man? He had another eye surgery, it looked like, for cataracts.
Yep.
And I just feel like the fight is in jeopardy now. We're not going to get a rematch anytime soon. And Earl came out with some stuff saying that he was getting hit with jabs and left hooks. Sounded like kind of excuses to me, but I don't want to say that. I'm a fan of Earl Spence as well as Terrence Crawford.
It was excuses. Definitely excuses.
But nevertheless, I don't even care about what he said. All I care about is that he had another eye surgery, dog. That's 2. Like that.
He's messed up.
Yeah,
man.
but I heard
he's cooked. He's cooked, man. He's cooked,
But
man.
the cataracts, that's not a real serious surgery, though. You know, would they just take a laser and lance it? I guess.
Yeah, they just clean your eye off.
Yeah, I don't think it's too much like what we think. Oh, you got to take his eyeball out. You know what I'm saying? People be wilding out.
Nah, but still, just at 30,
Yeah, but
33 or 34 years old, to be dealing with cataracts, like that's some shit for old people.
I just wish you wouldn't have made no statement.
And your profession is you're getting hit upside your head. I mean, that's not really good.
I didn't want him. I don't even care that he had surgery. I wish that he didn't make a statement, bro. Why did he go and speak?
Breaking news, John Morant is going to be out in the NBA for the rest of the year with a season-ending shoulder injury.
Why?
Make that
Damn.
season-ending shoulder injury.
Damn, that's whack as shit. I hope it ain't
That's
no
a
rotator
shame.
cuff.
17.
Damn, John. He was
Wow,
balling.
I thought he was gonna come back.
He was back. He was cooking.
No, I mean, I thought he was gonna bring the Grizzlies back. They were gonna make a play.
They was gonna walk the Suns down. They was gonna walk them down. Suns on the ropes, but somebody got an echo.
Hold on, let me see.
No, I got to clear it up. But I'll tell you guys this, man. So
Damn,
we all been hearing this, man. A lot of people want to know. I've been hearing this in my chats, man. When is the Marky Dan or the prize fighter Marky Dan show start? When you brothers gonna start this show, man? That's what I'm trying to figure out, man.
Man, we can do it whatever.
This week, let's do it.
Yeah, I do that shit tomorrow for real. For real. Like, what's tomorrow? Tuesday? We can get on.
All right, cool. We'll set it up. We'll do it Tuesday. But I say this, man. I know you don't want to talk about this, but Virgil Ortiz, man, he gonna have a hard time making weight at 154, Mark. I mean, he looked huge, man. Like he did not look like a 54-pounder, dog. Like I don't know what's up. I don't know what these guys are doing, not fighting close to their walking around way, bro. This dude is huge, man. Like, I don't know how he was making 47. He was huge, man. That anybody that's seen that, hey, pause.
This is third weight class, BBO.
Brother, he's big as hell.
But no, he's gonna be at one. I think he's gonna be at 54 for a while, bro. I mean, I think he's comfortable here.
Can he make it?
He just made it. What you mean? Can he make it?
I'm talking about how big he looked in the ring. Did you see him in the ring? I'm not talking about the weigh-in. I'm talking about he looked huge in the ring. Like
he didn't make 54. He made 56. He didn't
Oh
make
yeah.
That was a catch weight?
yeah.
Well, they gave him a
No.
limit
It's
of
a pound. Well, no, yeah, that's a catch weight. If it was 155, that would be okay. But no, 56, that would have had to be the catch weight.
They gave Ortiz a limit of 56. The other guy had to come in at 54. They gave Ortiz a limit at 56.
That's what I'm telling you.
But I mean, I don't care
again,
because it's a tune-up fight.
Josh said Virgil going to 60. I can see that.
Dude, you're not listening, Mark. The man is big.
Bro, this is fourth weight class without even challenging for a title. That's crazy.
Bro, he can't make 54.
Right.
I mean,
that's a good.
just-
Now, why we don't talk about that? We talk about how big he is. Let's talk about what Marky just said.
And you know what? I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you guys a question. Somebody, I was in a good conversation about this, and somebody was talking about Arthur Beterbiev, And you know what's so funny? As much as Arthur Beterbiev get hit, I'm starting to say maybe Bivol beats him easy. Am I wrong to think that? You guys, some what you guys think about that?
No, you're not wrong because you look at the fight with Anthony Yard. I mean, he was getting hit a lot, and Bivol is the type of fighter he doesn't really give up rounds a lot, and he has to me, a better jab than Beterbiev. He has better feet, even though Beterbiev does have good footwork and he has that punching power, bro. So he could catch Bivol at any time. I think how that fight is going to go is Bivol is going to dominate the rounds, but Beterbiev is going to have big moments where he just throws flurries, and he could catch Bivol at any time to me because he's shown me that he has that type of ability. It's really one of those type of 50-50 fights.
Yeah, I think it's
I think
it's a 50-50 fight. I think it's gonna be like most of Butterbean fights. He's gonna get outboxed at the beginning, and then he's gonna eventually wear his opponent down and stop him. That's what he normally does. He gets outboxed at the beginning of the fight, and he ends up wearing his opponent down and stopping him because he's gonna keep coming. And I mean, outside of the fight that he had with Joe Smith, he gets outboxed in damn near every fight. The Joe Smith fight, you actually saw Butterbean actually box more.
What got me free is that, okay, I'll give you an example. So if Bivol knocks him out, they're going to say Beterbiev got old overnight. But I don't think that's the case. If you look at his fights, he be getting tagged. And it's like, I don't know if he used his face as defense, but it looks like it. I don't know where Iceman is teaching him because, and I'm just saying because I've been watching him closely lately, dog, he's been getting wrecked. And I'm telling you, dog, you cannot get hit clean and flush like he was doing and be a great fighter. It's almost like this. It's almost like being a skinny kid at fat camp. I'm starting to believe that about Beterbiev, where he looks so good because there's nobody around or even close. It's almost like being the man with one eye in the land of the blind. I'm wondering, is it because there's nobody there to challenge him, or is he that guy? And I'm gonna ask you that boxing historian, Marky, what you think?
No, I think he is that guy. No, that's just what it is, BBO. I mean, you look at the way how he hits these dudes. You look at how he beat up Marcus Brown. That shit was crazy. I mean, it was just a bloodbath. He made that man quit just from the pressure because he couldn't get a break in that fight. And he showed, like Free said, he showed you his versatility against Joe Smith, who was a big puncher. I thought that was going to be a toe-to-toe war. I thought that's how the Yard fight looked. That's how I thought the Joe Smith fight would look. But instead, he completely outboxed Joe Smith, set him up, and put him to not put him to sleep, but he stopped him. I mean, Beterbiev is that guy, BBO. And when that fight happens, I'm not gonna be betting on nobody. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go the other way and take the homie Bivol. Yeah, I was wrong about him a couple times, and I just feel like he gonna just not be around the hit, and he gonna throw his flurries and combos, and like the homie Free said, he get outboxed damn near every fight anyway. Bivol, I think Bivol gonna keep on, and he's gonna look around. It's gonna be 10, 11, 12, and it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late for Arthur Beterbiev. I think that Dimitri Bivol is gonna outbox him. 12 rounds and unanimously.
Well, let me ask you this, Free. So him getting, I get what you're saying about getting outboxed, but can he really use his face? Because I didn't realize how much he doesn't like move his head. He has zero head movement. And when I was watching the fight, I was like, golly, this dude, he'll get beat to death. Like, I gotta take back what I said. He won't beat no Andre Ward. BDO was dead wrong.
I don't know why you said that in the first place.
I was dead wrong for saying that because
that was blasphemy. Andre Ward would punish that.
Marky, the man doesn't move his head at all. I mean, you can watch. I watched 10 of his fights, man. The man doesn't move his head at all. And I'm starting to be honest, man. He's really not a pound for pound fighter, man. Because I don't think he got the skills to be. And then we know he go right up to 190, like he blew up to 190. So maybe he using that extra weight for like more punch resistance.
Nah, BVO, you can. Let me just say I disagree with you. I don't think that he's this dumb brute that you're trying to make him out to be. I think he's a very skilled fighter. And no, he doesn't balloon up to 190. That dude is. Hold on,
Bro.
that dude is pretty slim. Like he looks around. I don't really think he's that big, dude. To be honest with you.
He was a heavyweight as the amateur. He was a heavyweight in the amateurs.
Yeah, and he also fought Sean Porter at one point.
Sean Porter fought at like 190 in the amateurs. He fought Usyk too.
He fought Usyk. Usyk fought at middleweight in the amateurs. He fought at middleweight.
This dude is not that big. Like BBO, when you look at his body and when you look at him, he doesn't really have that much body fat to him.
No, he don't have body fat.
I'm not saying he don't. What I'm saying is I'm thinking he I'm not saying the weight is permanent. I'm saying he blows up a little bit for more punch resistance because I'm telling you, watch the fights, dude. He be getting his ass kicked. I don't know if y'all seen him.
I didn't get that from his trainer. His trainer
Dude,
didn't say he
BBO. I'm
blows
going
up
with
like
BBO. I'm going with BBO. He be getting pieced up, bro. Even Anthony Yarde was putting hands on him. So you got an elite fighter. I'm not disagreeing with either one of y'all brothers. Free, Marky. I'm not disagreeing with either one of y'all. And the homie in the chat. And shout out to the homie Josh Sanders. He is elite. Not Bivol, excuse me. But Arthur Beterbiev is elite. But I just think Dimitri Bivol is going to outbox him, and he's not going to be around to get smashed like everybody else, bro. That's just how I feel.
No, I don't disagree with that. I mean, like I said, it's a 50-50 fight. I think Bivol has the skill to outbox him, but I also think Beterbiev, he just keep coming. He just keep coming, and I think at some point he's going to wear Bivol down, and in the later rounds, that's where he usually stops his opponent because he wears them down from them having to observe so much energy of moving away and getting away from him that he's going to end up getting caught with a big shot in the later rounds.
Do you think Dimitri
I would agree with you, Free, if it wasn't for the fact that that's Bivol's style, though. It's constant movement. You don't really see Bivol standing stock still, except for in this past fight where he was the aggressor. But when he's the counterpuncher, he's constantly on the move, and he doesn't really give you much to hit.
Yeah, it's a difference of constantly being on the move and you having to move. You can constantly be on the move, but when you have to move, you burn more energy because you have to move. Not that you want to move, it's because you have to. You burn more energy because you have to.
Free.
Y'all are going to be surprised by Beterbiev's footwork in this fight. I think he's going to be able to corner Bivol.
I'm not saying he don't got footwork, dog. What I'm trying to tell you is the man gets hit way too much.
I just told you. I told you when I talked to his trainer.
Listen. I know you talked to Iceman Scully, salute to my man Tommy and my man Son. But I'm saying the fact is this: the man doesn't move his head. That got nothing to do with his trainer. The man doesn't move his head. His head is on the line every time. You telling me after what we seen with Bivol, you think he could do that to Bivol with the feet? Bivol move like a brother, man. Bivol got some of the best feet in boxing.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact.
You're not going to move. You're not going to stand there in front of him and not move your head and not get out of there, bro. Let's not forget that Bivol beat Zerto. Zerto was big as hell in that fight. And what did Bivol do? Make it look easy? I'm trying to tell you, man, y'all gotta look at the tape. I know what you're saying about Iceman, but dog, the man doesn't move his head. And Marky, what happens when fighters don't move their head?
They get hit with jabs, they get hit with straight rights.
I'm talking about the looping punches.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Them hooks, the left hook, the right hooks, they're all night, especially the left hook.
I'm thinking about Bivol's jab. That's what I'm thinking about.
Did you see Bivol get hit by Canelo?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Canelo has better footwork than Beterbiev?
Yeah,
no.
Of course.
I would say no.
Nah, BVO, stop.
You said is he a better fighter? You said better footwork.
he does not have better footwork than
Oh, you
Butterbeef.
said footwork. Mama said no, not better footwork. I thought you said
No,
is he
yeah,
more
Canelo
skilled?
got better head movement. He don't have better footwork than Butterbeef. And if Canelo was able to hit Bivol, you don't think that Butterbeef is going to be able to hit Bivol?
Yeah, I think
I see.
Bivol will get hit. He gonna get hit, but I just think that I'm pretty sure Arthur Better Beef is gonna have some good moments, but I just think he like
See,
when
Josh,
Mickey Bivol
the
not gonna
man
he's not
get
gonna be
hit
around.
in
He's
his
not gonna
mouth.
be there, bro.
but see the
This is
difference.
the thing y'all missing. He get hit in the mouth, dude. I'm talking about he don't be
See,
moving his head at
yeah,
all. Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is like Arthur is a different animal. When he have big moments, those are usually the time when they go to sleep or they get stopped. When he have big moments. So
For
if
sure.
Yeah,
you
right.
saying you thinking he's gonna have some big moments, then that means that the ball is gonna get hurt.
Yeah,
That's usually what happens when Arthur
that's
have
Well,
big
exactly.
moments.
that's when the fight is gonna start. Free.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it's gonna
think
be.
I think
That
that's gonna
man's
be
gonna have to
that's when
survive, and we're gonna see something great.
I think that's when the fight gonna end.
When they fight in August.
I don't know when they fight. It hasn't been
I think
announced.
it's
Hey,
like I thought they said
Arthur's not the
August.
person you let have big moments. So if he has
that's
multiple
you know
big
what, Free?
moments,
I gotta
he's
give
probably
you
gonna go
that.
to sleep.
You going to bed because I remember Anthony Yarl was letting Arthur have a lot of big moments and he ended up asleep.
And
So
Anthony Yard end up getting stopped.
I give you that, but it's just like when you watch this. I'm telling you, Mark, I've been getting on my steady, man, because I'm in 24. We got to go to the next level. Dog, the man don't move his head, Free. I didn't even realize he did that. Did you, Free?
Mhm.
The man didn't do no. You know how you bob a little bit? Nothing. He was just taking him. I'm just like, I'm like, I mean, pause, but man, he was just taking them punches like it was nothing. I'm thinking like, is he a juggernaut? Like we seen what's the big kid out of the UK? Joe Joyce
Joyce.
do that. You can't run around and box you out no head moving, dog. I don't know. I'm shocked at you, Mark, that you're not even bringing that up.
Yeah, but
That's
Joe
a-
Joyce was going against somebody that's a proven power puncher. That Bivol is not a power
Well,
puncher.
what I know is typically when the puncher faces the boxer in these types of matchups, the boxer wins. So I'm gonna go with Bivol. Probably
Usually,
unanimous decision.
usually the boxer wins.
Most times.
But what about the
That's what I
looping
said.
punches?
Usually the boxer
Free.
wins. Not
What
all the
about
time.
those hooks? What about those? You know, Bill got a nice little left hook on it. What's going on when he get that hook? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is the dude? I don't know. Maybe I could say BBO overreacting, but I didn't
Like I
realize
said,
my man didn't
in
move.
order for me to pick against Butterbeef, you have to beat him. I haven't seen nobody beat him yet, so I'm not picking against him. I'm not saying
I ain't
that
seen nobody beat
Bivol.
Bivol.
I ain't saying nobody did beat Bivol, but what I've seen is
Hey,
I see
he
somebody
hasn't
that
been.
has a 100% knockout ratio. He's been in there with different types of fighters. He's been in there with boxers. He's been in there with power punchers. He's been in there with brawlers, and he stopped all of them.
You're right about that one. That's why.
Hey,
That's
just
why it's 50-50.
Free.
That's why it's such a great fight, Free.
Free. The
Yeah,
man
yeah.
don't move it. I don't think you're hearing me, dog. He don't move his head at all.
He do be getting
It
pieced. I
doesn't
see
matter.
people piecing him. I see people piecing him up the whole time, and Better be just trying to kind of following him around.
Well, yeah,
the ring,
that's
I
why
guess.
that's why Bivol is.
People gonna just smoke him, man. I don't got that.
But
feeling,
that's why I
I'm
said Bivol is going to dominate, is going to win most of the rounds, and Better Beef is going to have them big moments, bro. It's just going to be a thing of Bivol is going to have to weather the storm.
Hey, y'all got me in boxing talk. I'm not
We
even.
have. I mean, that would tell you if Bivol is elite or not, because we haven't seen nobody weather the storm when it comes to Arthur. Nobody's weathered the storm.
Free. Can I ask you a question? Now,
I wanna see
love
it.
boxing. Free. You
What?
telling me you not gonna move your head at all? And Canelo has some of the best
Bro,
hands
why-
in boxing.
Why do you think I call Arthur the Terminator? I call him the Terminator for a reason, because he just keeps coming. He don't move. He don't weather or nothing. He just keeps coming at you. That's why I call him the Terminator. He's just
Yeah.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator. You hit him and he still keep coming.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I know what y'all saying, but if he could catch Canelo, and Canelo has been known one of the best upper body movements in boxing history, he's gonna lay hands on Turbia. I still got Beterbiev because of what you said. He like to get hit, but
Oh, no, I know he's gonna get hit. What I'm telling is, if Bivol want to make it to the end, do not make that boy Arthur bleed, because when you make him bleed, he stopping.
oh,
It's a
yeah,
guaranteed stoppage.
that's a fact.
But
When you say that, the moment the
that's
man bleed,
the
he take
thing,
off.
BVO. But that's the thing, BVO. Bivol is the boxer. He's not the puncher. So he can afford to be so Better Beef can afford to be taking punishment. Bivol is the one who cannot afford to be getting hit consistently. That man could probably soak up Bivol's punches the entire fight and not get hurt. So I don't think it's that big an issue for a Better Beef.
You think Better Beef was hitting harder than Zerto?
Benavidez?
I think so.
No, Better
I
Beef.
think he
You think
does.
you think he
Yeah,
hitting harder than Zordo?
Yeah.
He cracked.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I can't say. Some people say Zerto is like 215 pounds.
He was sleeping
And
shit, man.
And when he went in there, he got smoked by Bivol because he was just. But better out there.
He's just a fat slob, bro.
He got way better footwork than Zerto though. So it'll be interesting. That would make it 50-50 though for sure. But I'm gonna go with Bivol. I think Beterbiev is gonna get smoked in the first 5-6 rounds.
It's like we making
The homie in the chat said he's gonna get smoked in the late rounds. I feel you.
I like what we doing here. We early on, so your pick early on is Bivol, right?
I'm going with Bivol and I'm standing on it.
Hey, Mark and Free, who y'all going?
And you already know I already said I'm not picking against.
Yeah, he got Beterbiev.
Yeah, unless somebody beat him, I'm not picking against him.
Unless somebody beat Dimitri Bivol, I can't pick against him anymore. I've been wrong too many times picking against that
Josh,
boy.
he said he hit way harder than. Hey, Zordo was sleeping shit. I don't know if y'all.
No, I'm going with the fighter that had the tougher opponents. He had the tougher
I'm sorry, that's me laughing, bro. I'm thinking about Zerto. They had to fight some fucking bum, and he beat that dude's ass. That shit was so unfair. That nigga, bro, he was a heavyweight in that fight. Oh my god. He probably do punch as hard. He probably do punch as hard as a fucking Beterbiev, but Bivol ain't let him in.
Have y'all ever
That's
watched
the thing, bro.
Have you ever watched the movie Remember the Titans? You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Cool.
With Denzel.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember there was a scene where the coach said, "We got a couple of guys like the chocolate folks."
All I know is whoever wins this fight, that definitely puts them elite. I don't see nobody in that weight class beating either one of these guys. Those are the top two of that weight class. Ain't nobody beating them.
If Dimitri Bivol win that fight,
we gotta say this. We gotta say this real quick before we say anything else. Salute to the Mandingo Warriors becoming the TYT World Champions of Fantasy Football.
God
we
damn
never
it.
challenge your boy BBO. Never challenge me because I do this all day, every day.
God
Go back to what y'all said.
Damn it.
Super 88, even though 88 was no challenge, you were no challenge 88, but I appreciate you at least coming, man, to shine my boot talk, man. I appreciate you, brother. Salute. But let me ask you guys a serious question, man. So going forward, man, is Sugar Shakur against the clock? Because I'm starting to see a lot of fans turn against him. Is this permanent, or this is just something not a big deal? What you guys think?
I do think it is permanent because there's just going to be a faction of people that just don't like him. Whether it's going to be the same thing that happened with Floyd, people just don't like him, and it's going to be what it is. That's who he is, bro. He talks shit. He has a big mouth, and it is what it is. Some nights he's going to back it up. Some nights he's going to put in what he did against De Los Santos, and people are going to bitch at him, but he's going to win. He's still a great fighter and a great talent, but when you talk about love and public support, nah, that I don't see him getting too much of that in his career.
No, I mean, it's hard to say because he's still young. He's only 26 years old. It's hard to say. But the thing is, in order for you to get the love of the fans, you got to be exciting or be dominant. If you're not exciting or dominant, you're not going to get the love of the fans. Like this last fight, yeah, he won, but he wasn't dominant. It was a boring fight. People was falling asleep. People was leaving. That's not gonna win the fans. You got to be either exciting or dominant in order to win the fans.
Yeah, I still think he's a great fighter.
No, he's still a good fighter.
I still think he's one of the best. I know. I'm not saying he's saying that. I'm just making my opinion. I still think people will jump back on the bandwagon if he get in there with somebody and smoke him. Everybody gonna say, "Oh, well, look how good Shakur," and everybody gonna have to be remembered.
Yeah,
So, but,
I agree. Like if he get in there with Frank Martin, he get in there with William Zapata. He
I
get
think
in
he
there
beats all of them.
Didn't he
Tank
duck Frank
Davis.
Martin? Didn't he duck Frank Martin already?
I still got him over Frank Martin because
Yeah.
of the style. I think Frank Martin, that's all of the all wrong style for Frank Martin. Frank Martin hasn't been in there with nobody at the level of Shakur Stevenson yet. So I think that's all wrong for Frank Martin. Now, not saying Frank Martin can't beat him. I just favored Shakur winning that fight.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I got Shakur smoking Frank Martin. I don't see what everybody sees. I like Frank Martin. I root for him. I watch his fight, but I don't see what everybody sees.
Hey,
He's
if I knew you to be a debt payer, I would put some bread on that, brother, because there's no way Shakur is beating no Frank Martin, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're
If Frank Martin, I put it like this: if Frank Martin come in the ring and fight the way he fought against Michelle Rivera,
Oh
and
yeah,
Shakur come in there and he fight the way he fought against De La Santo, oh, Frank Martin smoking Shakur. He's smoking Shakur.
Yep.
I feel like I don't care what kind of Shakur come in there. I just think his talent is so much more superior than Frank Martin. He can be on some bullshit and I still do enough to just get by and win the fight because he's that
Hell
good.
no.
Nah, bro, you at 135 now. You're not at 126 and 130 no more, nigga.
Nah,
That shit is
Shakur,
not
hell
the
no.
same.
Now you
Yo.
see how big Shakur looked.
You got dudes that hold on. You got dudes that's athletic, that's big, that can punch. Like, stop it. Frank Martin is not a dude that, I mean, he can punch, bro. He got some knockouts on his record. And we seen what Shakur do when niggas hit him. When niggas that could really punch hit him. We've seen it, bro. He run.
he's a cop.
Frank Martin got some power.
Yeah, he's a cop. He's a cop. Next day, he was running from the motherfucking police.
He got almost double the amount of knockouts that Shakur got.
He do.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But he don't got who other than Rivera. I mean, he got some good wins. I like Frank Martin. I ain't gonna come over here and shit on Frank Martin. I'm just saying
That last dude he beat was a good fighter.
Yeah, I don't think he won the last fight personally, but we gave it to him, you know. So
I mean, it was close, and he dropped him in the last round. So
yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. It was close.
and he was a star that night. So you know,
And see, that's the thing. That's why, and Knockout said it to Shakur. That's the same thing I said right after that fight was over. I said if Shakur was in there with Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Lomachenko, Tio, Ryan Garcia, and he had that performance, Shakur loses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
because he ain't gonna get them rounds. He ain't gonna get all them rounds like that.
Blown out. But you know what I gotta say though? I gotta say this, man, before we get out of here. I hope this year in boxing, man, we get these fake tough guys out of the sport. I don't know if you guys like this, but I don't know. Stephen Shakur, man, is he a gangster or is he a boxer? Which one is it? I don't know. I'm starting to like this kid. You guys like that?
No,
I'm exactly on the same wavelength as you. We in agreement, yeah.
Free. He was talking to Naga like he was gonna do something to him.
No, I didn't see Shakur.
Wait, did Knockout? Hold on, Free. Did Knockout did EB put out the whole interview?
He
Or
can't
was
put it out.
It got taken down.
Blocked. It got blocked.
He got blocked. Yeah.
Okay, all right, my bad. Yeah, go ahead, Free. My bad.
But Shakur hasn't said anything that no other fighter has said. Other fighters do the same thing that Shakur do. It just I don't see why people jump all over Shakur when he says it, because everybody said I didn't heard T.O. talk like that. I done heard Devin talk like that. I done heard Tank talk like that. I done heard all of them talk like that before. He hasn't done anything that nobody else. I done heard Regis. I done heard Matias. All of them do that. They all talk like that at some point. So I just call it him talking his shit.
Basically.
But I guess it's just the fact that he had that kind of performance.
It doesn't
That's
matter if
really
he
it.
had a lackluster
Had
performance.
he went in there and whooped on De Los Santos and kept talking like that, I wouldn't really have a problem with it, to be honest with you. It's just that you talk all that shit and then you do that.
But De Los
That's
Santos
really it.
he's a really good, complicated fighter to beat. He's hard to figure
Oh,
out.
get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, my
Nobody
nigga.
is- ain't
Shakur had
nobody
plenty of
calling him-
opportunities
Ain't
to
nobody
tag
calling
him.
De Los Santos out.
De La Santos-
Okay?
Who
I don't
jumped
think
in
Ain't nobody
De La Santos
calling
said
Blair
that.
Cobbs out.
Who
Who gives a
quick
fuck?
To jump in there? Who's so quick to jump in there with De Los Santos like Shakur did? Nobody. T.O., none of them. Nobody at 35 wanted to get in there with De Los Santos or in the rush.
Man, I don't give a damn. You niggas don't give Devin Haney no credit for Regis Prograis. Who was willing to go in there with Regis?
Don't put me in that category. I'm a Devin.
I'm about to say, don't put me in there because I was the one that said.
Oh yeah, it's just BBO. I apologize.
BBO said that.
No, De Los Santos is a good. No, hold on. De Los Santos is a good fighter, but people are giving him too much credit. No, Shakur had so many opportunities to hit him. Okay, this man was missing wide.
De Los Santos had opportunities to hit Shakur. You can go both ways with that.
No, he didn't. Shakur
yes,
was
he did.
consistently backing up out his range.
Well, cut the ring off then. I mean,
But he couldn't. So that shit you just said about him being this complicated fighter, that's bullshit.
Because Shakur couldn't figure him out. So he is complicated because he couldn't. Shakur had a hard time trying to figure De Los Santos out.
No, Shakur, listen, I don't want to give him an out, but something's wrong with Shakur. I'm just playing the fact. Someone's up with it.
I was just about to say that.
Real technical fighter and with a real good fighter, and he had a shit performance.
I was just about to say
but
that.
Shakur had so many opportunities in that fight. He was supposed to cook him.
Would have put out the proof that something was wrong with him, but when he said he don't want to talk about it, I'm like, dog, you can't do that. When you sat there and told everybody you had a hand injury or you wasn't feeling well, you gotta set the record straight. Yeah, my hand was injured, and I heard it in the fight, or I heard it in camp or whatever. You gotta set the record straight. You can't just say that and then when somebody questions you about it, you say, "Hey, I don't want to talk about it. We just gonna move on." Nah, you can't do that because everybody's thinking that you had a lackluster performance, and it could have very well be to the fact that you had an injury. But we don't know that because you don't want to talk about it.
Something was definitely.
Yeah, he should have just kept that to himself.
Right.
Yeah, he should have just kept it to himself instead of saying that he had an injury. If you're gonna say you got an injury, now the fans gonna want you to prove it.
Yep.
Yeah, he should have just took that performance on the chin and said it was what it was, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like when people were making excuses for Arrow, man. He looked like something was wrong with him.
Yeah, he looked genuinely something looked wrong with him. But nevertheless, he got in there, he went out swinging. That's all we could ask for.
I mean, he just proved he's one of the most boring fighters in boxing. That's it. I mean,
boring?
Oh, he's horrible, man. He's horrible to watch.
Earl?
I'm talking about Sugar Shakur.
But that's what I was saying about all these fighters do it. Like we saw Jamel. Jamel known for talking. Jamel known for being a quote unquote internet gangster, and he I mean usually he go in the ring and back it up, but when he fought Canelo, we didn't see that. We didn't see that when he fought Canelo.
He went late.
Somebody just caught a body in this national championship game.
Ooh.
Huh?
No, it was a Michigan player. He hit the punt returner, bro. I think dude is out.
Oh wow.
Who winning?
Hey, Fred. Michigan winning right now, but it's a good game. Washington about to get the ball. It's 20-13.
Okay.
In the fourth quarter.
How many minutes?
I think it's about 10 minutes left. But what was just my bad? What was just talking about?
No, I was
We're talking about
saying
Shakur.
Jamel is one of the biggest trash talkers when it comes to the sport of boxing. He's one of the biggest ones. But we saw him have a lackluster performance against Canelo. But he still talks trash. That's what I said. Everybody do it. It just, for some reason, BBO always want to bring up when Shakur does it.
Well, I don't know why you try to throw that at me. I mean, I'll be honest. Jamel Charles is my favorite fighter. And our next show, I found out some context. I think that recording might have sounded worse than it actually was. I just seen some things, I've been looking into it. It might have not been as bad as he said, which is, no matter what he said was unexcusable, but I don't think it was as bad as he was saying on the tapes. But we're going to be back. If you guys heard any cussing today, I'm sorry. This was a sponsored video, so we was out here having fun. And we all know that we want to see the best fights. We want to see T.O. versus Devin. Even though my man Free, Marky Dan, and Prize won't admit that, the king of 140 is Teofimo Lopez. We want to see that fight. And I cannot wait till undisputed champion Tyson Fury goes back and takes on Usyk. We can't wait to see that.
Bro, why you like calling people undisputed that's never been undisputed?
Hold on, he had every belt.
Because he's a cap artist. You know that. The last couple minutes of the show is BVO's cap session time. That's when he get all his main points off that he wasn't able to get off.
I can't speak for Marky Dan or Prize Fighter, but I'm almost certain they never said that they didn't want to see the T.O. versus Devin Haney. And I never said it neither. So I don't know where you're talking about something. We won't admit it. We never said that we didn't want to see it.
One of y'all is pushing for it, man. Only one pushing for it is me. I'm pushing for the fight. You guys don't want to see the fight. I want to see the fight.
No, we want your man to stop pump faking, acting like he wants the fight, and then all of a sudden he talking about give me $20 million. We want him to stop pump faking.
Hey, you know what I'm going to say? We talking about old stuff, or we talking about what happened now? But
I'm talking about what happened last.
It's your boy BBO. It's the Puerto Rican Prince, man. My man D Free. We got the new show coming, man. It's gonna be my man Marky Dan, Prize Fighter, man. I believe them brothers said they're gonna start tomorrow, but we gonna see, man.
I'm down. I'm with it.
I'm down for it too.
All right, but we about to get out of here, man. And don't forget, man. Don't forget. If you ever in doubt about something, check out BBO Boxing. We got your latest and greatest news, man. We're gonna get better and better. And don't be afraid to support the Asiatic Black man. And we gone. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't a little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken and get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.